right, hey guys, Dr. Andy here. Today I want to go over something that's actually incredibly important, something that I keep having to go over with my patients, and that is that your structure, what your spine and what your discs actually look like, sometimes have nothing to do with your pain, all right? And that should be encouraging. I tend to have a lot of patients that come in and maybe they had an MRI, 10, 15 years ago, and they tell me, oh, goodness gracious, I was told 10, 15 years ago that I have some disc degeneration. I have some arthritis in my back, or I have this disc herniation or this disc bulge, and that's what's been causing my chronic pain for so long, and nothing can help that. Right? So sometimes that's unfortunately what you've either been told before or what your kind of understanding of it is. And I'm here to tell you that in most cases, that is completely not the truth, especially, 10 or 15-year-old imaging is pretty much at this point outdated and has nothing to do with whatever is going on in your life right now. And I want you to know that in a lot of cases, you might have pain. You go to your doctor, you go to your orthopedic surgeon, and they do some imaging. They see some disc degeneration, or goodness gracious, maybe they see a disc bulge or a disc herniation. And sometimes we attribute our pain to that, when in a lot of cases, your pain has nothing to do with that. Your pain has nothing to do with the actual structure of the spine. And when I say the structure, I mean the actual physical components of it. Your pain may have nothing to do with that arthritis. Your pain may have nothing to do with that disc bulge. And this graphic is a great, resource to explain why. If you look at the 30 to 40-year-old bracket right over here, 52% of our 30 to 40-year-olds have arthritis in your spine. And if you read the text above, these people have no pain at all. So what they did is they took a big study where they had all of these individuals with no back pain at all, and they did MRIs on all of these patients. And what they found is in the age group of 30 to 40 years old, 52% of them have arthritis, right? So you can come in, you can tell me that you have arthritis and it has nothing to do with your back pain, because everyone else out there has arthritis as well, but they're not in pain, right? So obviously it's not the arthritis that's causing your pain. Or disc bulges, right? So disc bulges, disc protrusions, things that can hit the nerve and cause neurological problems, right? Or nerve pain, disc degeneration type pain. Upwards of, 30, 40, 50, 60% as you get older, from 30 to 60 years old, you're going to come and you might say, hey, listen, my doc, 5 years ago saw that I have a disc bulge in the low back and that's why I hurt. Well, probably not, because I can show you that there is hundreds of people, up to 30, 40, 50, 60% of people out there that also have disc bulges with absolutely no pain, all right? So if your pain is not caused by your arthritis in your low back, if your pain is not caused by a disc bulge or disc protrusion, what is it caused by? All right, there is actually a great quote. I wish I could remember the name of the orthopedic surgeon or the spinal surgeon, who said that your pain has nothing to do with the structural diagnosis. It has nothing to do with the degeneration or the annular fissure or the disc bulge. Your pain has everything to do with the function of your low back. And the function of your low back is just a fancy way of saying, how does your low back move? How is it stabilized? If the function of the back, or if the function of the spine is off, so the stability or how well the spine moves in quantity or quality, if it's moving great, you tend not to have any pain. Even if you have disc degeneration, disc bulges, annular fissures, facet degeneration, if your spine is functioning well, you can have all of these structural diagnoses on an MRI and you'll have no pain, all right? But you could have none of those structural findings on an MRI. But if you are not functioning well, meaning you have no ability to stabilize your intra-abdominal cavity, you have no ability to control your movement, the quantity and the quality of your spinal movement is off, that is when you have pain. So in many cases, this is really reassuring, right? Because we can't always change your structural findings. I can't take away that arthritis. I'm not going to be able to take away that disc bulge, automatically overnight. That's great, because we don't have to worry about your arthritis. We don't have to worry about your disc bulge. What we have to do is we just have to get your spine functioning better. We have to work on the intra-abdominal pressure to stabilize your spine. We have to increase the range of motion of all of the spinal discs. We have to help those muscles that are too tight start to relax. And when we do that, you get to feel a whole lot better, right? So we don't have to get caught thinking that, oh no, I have arthritis. This arthritis is going to be with me for the rest of my life. I'm going to be in pain for the rest of my life. That's simply not true, right? We can take patients who have arthritis, who have disc problems, who have, even spondylolistheses, and you have pain. The good news is that even if you have those findings on an MRI, we can help you. We can get you better. It's not a death sentence. You don't have to be in pain for the rest of your life, okay? This is a really cool infographic. I hope you learned something about this, and I hope it's kind of encouraging that regardless of what your structural diagnoses are, there's a good chance that there's a good chance, or really, really good chance, that the pain has nothing to do with those findings. It's not structural related. It's 100% functional, and that's something that can be improved, and we can get you out of pain, okay? If you have any questions, send them my way. And always remember to live with passion and not pain.